we're now going to make round 0, which is not actually part of Betty's beautiful border, but we're doing this to make the stitch count correct. So if you've added these extra squares, or if you haven't, only you've made Sophie's Universe, you will need to make this fudge round basically. If you don't want to, you can also skip the first 2 rounds of Betty's beautiful border and just start at round 3. That's up to you, because then your stitch count is correct. So what I'm going to do now is make a double crochet on each and every stitch, and here where we transition from the squares, we're also going to make a double crochet in those 2 chain 1 spaces here on either side. So quickly show you, starting with a standing double crochet in the corner, and a second double crochet, chain 2, and 2 more double crochets. And now we're going to be making a double crochet on each and every stitch. So especially here on the first stitch, make a double crochet. Second, I'm going to continue until we get to the crossover to Sophie's Universe itself. I just want to show you exactly how to deal with those squares and the chain spaces there, because that's the way you're going to be dealing with all transitions between squares. So we're almost to the corner, so I have a few more normal double crochets to make. So here on these last 2 stitches, and 2. Now what we're going to do is we have here this chain 1 space, well that's actually a chain 2 space, but that last chain 1 you will have connected using this join. So in this space here, make a double crochet. Then skipping the join itself, going to go to the next space, just here. There you also need to make a double crochet. And this will bring like this, slightly closer together. And then on the first stitch, you see, don't accidentally skip this first stitch, because that's a half double crochet. That can be a hard stitch to get into, that first stitch of Sophie's Universe. There we go. So be sure not to accidentally skip that stitch, because then your stitch count is again going to be completely wrong. See, that's the first one on Sophie's Universe, and then second. So continue like this all the way around. Every time you get to a square, make a double crochet in each of these 2 chain spaces that you have, and then make a double crochet on each and every stitch, and in your corners the 2 double crochet, chain 2 and 2 double crochet. Go all the way around, and then you've made round 0, and then we're ready for round 1, which is actually Betty's beautiful border. So when you're at the end of this in-between round, you should have on each edge a stitch count that is multiplied by 3 plus 1. So if you count all your stitches except for this last stitch, and you also skip the chain 2s, so only the stitches themselves, everything minus 1, so neglecting this last stitch, should be divisible by 3. So this is divisible by 3 plus 1 stitch, and the same on this edge. Now just to show you, indeed, all these corners, or actually the joining of corners, you have a double crochet in these 2 chain spaces here, and of course also on the long side. So this is what your in-between round looks like, and now we're ready to go onto the actual border. Round 1 of the border, Betty's beautiful border. Of course here note your stitch counts, everything is divided by divisible by 3 plus 1 stitch. We're going to start in the corner and with a standing double crochet, so any corner space, and make a second double crochet in that chain 2 corner space, chain 2, and 2 more double crochets in that chain 2 corner space, like so. That's your first corner made. Now we're going to be making a double crochet on each and every stitch. And if you've made these squares also around Sophie's Universe, you have an awful lot of these double crochets to make. So in each and every stitch, make a double crochet. So be mindful, take that first stitch as well. So I've just made 2, so here goes number 3. Go all the way around, a double crochet in each and every stitch, and when you get to the corner, you make 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. Continue like this, and then I'll see you for round 2. Round 2 of the border. I can be very quick about round 2 because it's exactly the same as round 1. Again, start with a standing double crochet, then make your corner 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet in any chain 2 corner space, and then make a double crochet on each and every stitch. Go all the way around and close with a slip stitch in that first standing double crochet. For round 3, we're going to be making the V's stitches in which we're going to make flowers in round 4. We're going to start in any chain 2 corner space, and at this point it also could be worthwhile to just check your stitches, that your stitches on either side should be divisible by 3. We're going to start with a standing double crochet in the chain 2 corner space, doesn't matter which one. Chain 1, and then another double crochet in that same corner space, another chain 1, and again a double crochet in that same corner space. It's your first corner made, so 3 double crochets and chain 1s in between. Then we're going to go to the straight edge, and this is also the start of our repeat unit, that you're going to skip the first stitch and then make a V stitch in the next stitch. It's going to be a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So skipping this first stitch, in the second stitch make a double crochet followed by a chain 1, and then another double crochet in that same space. So you can see how you've made a V there. You're going to skip the next 2 stitches and then again make a V stitch, and that we're going to be doing across to the other side. So skip 2 stitches and then make a V stitch again. So that's a double crochet, chain 1, and a double crochet in the same stitch, like so. And again, and you're going to do this like a million times. Skip 2 stitches and make a V stitch. So that's double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the same stitch. And again, skip 2 stitches, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So continue like this until you get to the other side. So we're almost on the other side. Need to do the last V-stitch, so we're going to skip 2 stitches, and that last V-stitch is in the second to last stitch before the corner. So here in that second last stitch we make another V, so that's a double crochet, chain 1, and another double crochet in the same stitch. Now we're ready to make the corner. We're going to skip this last stitch, and then in the corner space make a double crochet, chain 1, another double crochet, chain 1, and a third double crochet. And then you're ready to start your next edge. Just turn my work. So that's again skipping the first stitch, and then in that second stitch work a V. So that's a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and then continue like this again on this edge, skipping 2 stitches. The next stitch is skipping 2 stitches and then working another V in that stitch, chain 1 and double crochet, like so. So continue like this on the edge, go all the way around and close with a slip stitch in that first standing double crochet. We're on to round 4 of the border. You've now made all these V stitches, and now we're going to be making flowers. What you'll notice is that I have the wrong side of my blanket facing me. So if I turn it around, this is the right side, this is the wrong side. I'm going to be working from the wrong side, because this way the bobble stitches that we're going to be making now will actually bobble in the correct direction, because they tend to bobble backwards, and then that way if you're of course to the front, they will bobble on this side instead of all being the wrong way around and then having to make a lot of effort to get them all facing the right way. Now we're going to start in any corner. I've got a corner here with a slip stitch in any chain 1 corner space, and you have of course 2 chain 1s here, and I'm going to take the first one. So I'm going to join my yarn with a slip stitch in that first chain 1 space. There we go. Now we're going to make our first double 5 together. That's chain 3, which counts as the first double together. Then we're going to pick up 2 loops on your hook, take them off. We're going to do that 3 more times. So that was 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now you have 5 loops on your hook, and take them all off in one go. That's your first double 5 together made. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Then in the next chain 1 space, remember you're still on the corner here, you're going to make a double crochet 5 together. So we're going to make 5 half double crochets, or let me just say the first half of a double crochet, that's more correct, and then take them off. So to make that first, it's 1, this is the first half of the double crochet, and then do that a second time, and then a third time, and 4 and 5. And now take them all off. You have 6 loops on your hook, and when you take them off, really push outward that you don't accidentally snag any of your loops. That's your corner made. Chain 2, 1, 2. And now we're going to move over to the V stitches from the previous round, and in all of these we're going to be making a double crochet 5 together and chain 2s in between. So let me get you started. This is again a double 5 together, 2, 3, 4 and 5 times, and then take them all off and chain 2 and repeat. So 1 in your V space, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and take it all off, chain 2. See where you are now, and if you can see how these are bobbling to the back, so that if you're to the front you see that they bobble towards your right side. So continue like this, chain 2s in between your double 5 togethers, and work in the V spaces, work your doubles 5 together. So you're skipping these little spaces. Well, it's not a space, but you're skipping this and only working in the V spaces themselves. So continue like this all the way to the other side, then I'll quickly show you your next corner. So we're almost onto the corner. I have one more V stitch here. That's going to be chain 2, then work another double crochet 5 together in that V stitch, 3, 4, 5 stitches, so that's 6 loops on your hook. Take them all off, chain 2, and now we can go to the corner. We've got here in this first chain 1 space, going to work another double crochet 5 together. Again, 1, 2, 3, just turn a little bit, 3, 4, and of course 5, and take them all off, one go. Chain 3 at this point, 2, 3, so take note, don't go autopilot and do chain 2 here. And in this next chain 1 space, also going to make a double crochet 5 together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and number 5. Then you take everything off in one go. And this is your corner made. You can see how you've again made 2 bobble stitches on those 2 spaces on the corner. Chain 2, 1, 2, and now we can go to the first V stitch on the next edge and start again with a double crochet 5 together, and then you're at the same point where you were when you started this edge. So continue like this, go all the way around, make all those double crochets 5 together, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, take them all off, chain 2, and then of course work the next one in the next V stitch over there. So continue like this, go all the way around and close with a slip stitch in that first standing, or no, the first chain 3, that very first stitch, and then you're ready for the next round. round 5. This round we're going to start in any corner space, and note your corner space is the chain 3 you made between the flowers from the previous round. So if you're doubting, those are these 2 stitches here, so that's that chain 3, that's a chain 3. I'm going to start by making 5 single crochets in that corner space. Of course, the first one is a standing single crochet. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let me just space them out a little bit. That's your corner, 5 single crochets. Now we're going to be working in these chain 2 spaces between the flowers. Immediately go into the next chain 2 space, make a single crochet. Now we're going to make an extended single crochet between the V stitches from 2 rounds before, so when we were making these V's. So between these 2, really go to the bottom and pick up that stitch and bring it up. You can see how you're extending that loop, and make a single crochet. I will show you this once more. And then in the same chain 2 space, make another single crochet. And this we're going to be doing in each and every chain 2 space. So you make a single crochet, an extended single crochet, and again a regular single crochet. So let me show you once more. So onto the next chain 2 space, make a single crochet, then go down to in the space between the V's, pick up the yarn, bring it up, and really let it slide so that it really comes up to your working level here for round 5, and make a single crochet and another single crochet around the chain 2 space. And here be sure that these 2 are only on the chain 2 space, so don't accidentally, for example, for this single crochet, also grab this space where you just made the extended single crochet. So once more, in the next space, make a single crochet, go back to the bottom and up again, and make that extended single crochet, and then again a regular single crochet. You'll notice at this point that I'm working from the front of my pattern again, or of my afghan. So do note, turn your work around, because the previous round 4, we worked from the back, remember? So here, make sure your work is facing your right side up, so that you don't have everything jumbled around here. You can see these extended single crochets that are going to frame your flowers, and you're going to continue like this on each and every chain 2 space. Make a single crochet, an extended single crochet, and a single crochet. And again, that last one, make sure it's only around that chain 2 space. Continue like this. When you get to your corner, your next corner, that next chain 3 space, make 5 single crochets, just like you did here. Go all the way around and close with a slip stitch in that first standing single crochet. Round 6. In this round we're going to start by making the corner stitch, and then we're going to make a double crochet on each and every stitch. The corner stitch, you have here 5 single crochets, and you need the center one, so that's this one. So you see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So number 3 is the stitch you need, and in that stitch we're going to be making 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets. Of course, this first one is a standing double crochet. You see that's stitch number 3. See there? It's 1, 2 double crochets, chain 2, and then 2 more double crochets in that same stitch. 1 and 2. That's your first corner made. Now we're going to make a double crochet on each and every stitch. So this is of course the first stitch, 1, 2. Until you like this, you're going to be making an awful lot of them, and when you get to the next corner, you again in that third stitch do the same, 2 standing crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet in that third of those 5 stitches. So in the third stitch, and then you're ready for your next edge. So a double crochet in each and every single crochet stitch that you have here, and in your corners you make in stitch number 3 of the 5 single crochets, and there you make 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. Continue like that all the way around and close with a slip stitch in this first standing double crochet. Round 7 of this border, we're going to be making back post double crochets on each and every stitch, and in the corner 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So just to get you started, you of course start with a double crochet in any chain 2 corner space, and that first double crochet is going to be a standing double crochet. That's 1, 2, chain 2, and then 2 more double crochets in that chain 2 corner space. And then you're going to be making back post double crochets, and an awful lot of them. The first one around the post of that first stitch. The first one I always find the most tricky, somehow because you don't have anything next to it, kind of, there we go, tends to go all over the place. Number 1, and then second. So around each and every stitch make a back post double crochet, and when you get to the corner, the chain 2 corner space, make 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets in that same chain 2 corner space. See how I've just started? Go all the way around, close with a slip stitch in this first standing double crochet. Round 8, last round of this border. You'll see this lovely edge here from all those back post stitches you did in round 7. So start in any chain 2 corner space and start with this standing single crochet. There we go. Now we're going to be making modified treble bobble stitches. Start with a chain 3, 2, 3, then yarn over twice, as in to make a treble, insert and pick up a loop. Now you're going to take off 2 loops twice. That's once and twice. 2 loops on your hook, and you're going to repeat this what we just did. So twice over, pick up another loop, and take off 2 loops 2 times. It's 1 and 2. Now you have 3 loops on your hook, and take them all off. That is your modified treble bobble stitch. You're going to be making these an awful lot. In your next stitch, that's immediately this first stitch here, you're going to make another modified treble bobble. So in that stitch, start with a single crochet. chain 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over twice, in that same stitch pick up a loop, take off 2 times, 1, 2, and then we're going to do this again, so twice over, in that same stitch pick up a loop and take off 1, 2 times 2 loops, 3 loops on your hook, take them all off in one go. Another modified treble. Now we're going to skip 2 stitches, so 1, 2 stitches, the first 2, and in the third stitch a single crochet, which is again the start of the next modified treble bobble. So it's chain 3, 2, 3, and again yarn over twice, insert, pick up a loop, take off 1, 2 times, and again 2 times over, in that same stitch pick up a loop, take off 1, 2 times, 3 loops on your hook, and take all of these off. There you go. And this you're now going to repeat, because you're going to skip 2 stitches again, and then make again that single crochet, which is the start of your next modified treble bobble. So this is your repeat. It's that modified treble bobble and then skipping 2 stitches. So I'll show you once more. So this single crochet is of course the starting point, then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 times over, pick up a loop and take off 1, 2 times, again twice over, pick up a loop, take off 2 loops, once, twice, all 3 loops, take them off, and then again 1, 2 stitches skip and single crochet in that third stitch. And that is your repeat unit. You can see how you're getting these little nice little waves here. You're going to do this all the way, almost to the corner. Skip 1, 2 stitches, and then in this stitch of course still a modified treble to make. 1, 2, 3 chain stitches, twice over, take off 1, 2 times, and twice over, take off 1, 2 times, all 3 loops in one go. This before the corner I now have 2 stitches left. You can see 1, 2, so those 2 I'm going to skip, 1, 2, and then in the chain 2 corner space make a treble, modified treble bobble again. So that's a single crochet that marks the starting point. So chain 3, twice over, take off 2 times, twice over, pick up and take off 2 times, all 3 loops on my hook. I'm going to take them off in one go. There we go. And then on the first stitch here, that single crochet which marks the start. See that first stitch which marks the start of the next treble bobble. So make the next treble bobble and then skip 2 stitches and then make the next one here again. So go like this all the way around and close with a slip stitch in that first standing single crochet. Then that brings you to the end of this border, a lovely border indeed. I hope this was a useful video for you, and thank you for watching.